This week we have a great update for you on Dragon Crypto Gaming. Will you be a fierce warrior battling your way to the top, or will you be a master crafter that can create the most powerful weapons and armor in the land? The choice is yours. Today I've got some exciting news about the major changes to the game that just were released about master crafting, as well as some great news that mainnet launch is likely just around the corner. So let's jump right into the biggest update. The team recently wiped everyone's hero back to level 1 as they implemented all the new updates. The biggest thing we want to talk about this week is the implementation of durability. If you're familiar with previous RPGs and other MMORPGs, you know durability is a huge thing when it comes to weapon and armor and items. Basically, this means that as you progress through the game and you use your weapons and your armor gets hit and you use items, the durability of that item will get lower and lower and lower until it reaches 0 and it's broken and basically becomes useless. But now, the team has implemented a durability feature where you can repair that item in-game in the Crafters Guild. So there's a couple of things here. So if you jump into the Crafters Guild, you'll be able to see all your inventory right up front. I don't really have anything because I only had a chance to level up my character to level 2 since the wipe, but yeah, the team has sent over some of the snapshots of exactly what would it look like. So if you kind of look here on the repair marketplace, you would see, items that you need repaired, or you can create a repair bounty. So you have something that's broken and you need to get it fixed, but you don't have the crafting skill or the time to gather all the materials to craft it. You can put up a repair bounty in the marketplace and someone else can repair it for you and earn some DCAR in the process. So you can see kind of here, there's items that are available to be repaired, the cost that it would be in DCAR, which I think is a huge addition when we're talking about having a closed loop ecosystem that you can just do everything you need to do in browser, in game, without having to go to a different marketplace, a different website. I think this is a fantastic update from the team, and it gets even a little better than that. So they implemented a burning mechanism for the DCAR in which 20% of the DCAR that's paid to repair these items is burned, which I think is a great deflationary measure. An additional 5% will go to the ecosystem, and it's an ecosystem fund, and an additional the remainder of the 75% is put back into the in-game reward systems. This helps incentivize the players to use the DCAR token in-game and just keeps the ecosystem strong. And then to take it a step further, we're moving from the repair marketplace to the crafting marketplace, which is done in the same crafting guild location. You would just change it over to the crafting tab and you'd see something similar, like if you see here, you'll see self-crafting and the crafting market. When you click on those, you'd see something like this for the craft marketplace. Basically, it'll tell you exactly what you have, the blueprint that you're trying to create, the items that are needed, and exactly how you need to, what you need to create that craft bounty. And then in the marketplace, similar to the repair bounties, when people need to have their weapons and items repaired, people can also put items into the craft marketplace that they're looking to be crafted because either 1, they don't have the time to gather the necessary materials, or 2, they don't have a high enough crafting level to craft the item. This kind of opens up a whole nother way to play the game instead of just busting and fighting. You could pretty much make your entire experience a crafting and repairing aspect of the game by earning DCAR just from repairing and crafting other players' items as they progress through the game. So I think this is a fantastic way. It kind of helps balance the ecosystem. I know on similar RPGs where we see these kind of things, the players are going to set, the prices and supply and demand. And I think this is just one way that continues to drive a continuously closed loop ecosystem that doesn't really need any interference from the outside as far as, going to different websites, buying tokens. You can pretty much do everything you want to in-game. Another feature that the team actually added on this last update as well is bulk breakdowns and bulk item uses, which I think is fantastic because before this update, every interaction that you needed to do with an item, you had to do a transaction in MetaMask, which can kind of break up the flow of the game. But now if you're trying to break down multiple items, it's just one simple quick transaction. All your items are broken down or all your potions are used to heal. It just makes the game flow a lot smoother and also saves on transactions and gas fees and all the other stuff that comes with doing multiple single transactions. So I think that's a huge aspect that the team really took the time and the community feedback to develop into the testnet. And I think that'll be one of the key features that's going to make the experience playing the game when it comes to mainnet a lot more fun. And then if you want to see more on the crafting and repairing details, you can kind of look over, if you jump on over to their website, you can check it out. They did a blog article not too long ago that breaks all this down as well and gives a couple more screenshots of exactly what the crafting and repairing experience is going to look like when we see it on mainnet. You can still give it a try on testnet if you want. All you got to do is jump over to any of the marketplaces, purchase a hero that's still available on secondary, and then you can log into the testnet and give it a try for yourself. I think it's a fantastic way to experience the game before it goes live, and you can kind of get a feel for exactly how the crafting and repairing process works, as well as, the leveling system as far as going out into the plains and fighting. If you haven't seen our video we did a couple months ago breaking that down, we'll link it in the description below, and I think it does a good job giving an overview of exactly who the team is and what the game is all about and how to play, as we walk through exactly what the game had in store back then. But there's been so many improvements now. I think it's definitely was worth a refresh, especially with the upcoming announcement that we anticipate being a launch on mainnet very soon in Q1 of 2023. The last thing I want to cover is drop a little bit of alpha on something the team's been working on, and that's bringing tiny dragons into Dragon Crypto Gaming. If you're not familiar with tiny dragons, it was one of the first NFTs launched by the team in September of 2021. The tiny dragons NFTs consisted of 1,000 tiny dragons that included over 60 attributes. These tiny dragons were used in different mini games that you could also level them up and compete in lotteries to win different prizes. Shortly after they stopped running the lotteries, the team focused their entire energy on Dragon Crypto Gaming. But there was always plans to bring these NFTs into the game to assist your heroes, and I think we're getting close to that. The team shared some screenshots of tiny dragons that you can see in your inventory, and they even shared a screenshot of exactly how it would look in-game when you brought them into battle. So if you can see here, you search the plains, you can see your tiny dragon next to your hero, and you can use him as a special attack that'll basically completely destroy Lurker the Terrible, because he's only level 1. So I expect to see this kind of get worked out with kinks and bugs as they kind of figure out exactly how they want to bring them into the game and how you want to use them. And I think we'll also see additional benefits in the future as they had different attributes as a whole as an NFT. So I might start searching for some tiny dragons on the marketplace just to pick some up in the near future. I don't know if and when they'll ever be implemented, but I get the feeling that they're putting their energy into delivering this, and they even mentioned it last year. So it's something very important to them to bring the utility from their previous project into Dragon Crypto Gaming, and I think it kind of molds very well into what they're trying to do. So I look forward to seeing how they implement that and all the different avenues that they could take that in the future. And the last thing to cover is really, how do you get involved in Dragon Crypto Gaming? So you're going to need a hero as an NFT to bring into the game. There's only 2,126 heroes that are minted, and the team currently does not have any plans to do another mint to put more heroes into the economy until there is a demand for them. So the ones that are available are the only ones that are going to be around when mainnet launches. So if you wanted to play and wanted to start leveling up your character, you can jump on over to any of the Avalaunch marketplaces and take a look at what's available. I choose to use Avalaunch. It's a great platform that kind of aggregates all the marketplaces in a quick and easy way to see what's going on. And you can see what the floors are across the board on all the popular marketplaces. So as you can see, with the supply of only 2,126, there's only 114 NFTs listed, which I think is a fantastic number. A lot of them have been held since mint and over 90 to 120 days. So people are excited and they want to play. You can hold multiple heroes and you can switch between them in-game very easily. So having, different heroes for battle, different heroes for crafting, I think is extremely beneficial to kind of have a well-rounded group of heroes that you can use. And if you're looking for any more information on the game, you can always reach out to me on Twitter at any time at Trading Aloha, or you can jump on over to the Dragon Crypto Gaming links page, where you can find everything you want to about the game, Tiny Dragons, the DCAU or DCAR token information, the main website, the white paper, the blog, and pretty much anything you could ask for as far as getting into the details of the game itself. If you haven't, jump over their Discord. They're always available and very easy and quick to respond. I had quite the interaction with them last year when there was an issue with my mint that they resolved on a holiday weekend in the middle of the night. They responded within an hour and everything was fixed, and it was my first interaction with the team. And ever since then, I have been hooked on, just praising how quickly and how efficiently they solved that issue. So they're extremely helpful, especially if you're into bugs in the game. You can always drop them a line there. So if you need more information on the game itself, you can take a look at some of our past videos or the article I wrote last year. And then if you have a chance, I would recommend listening to the live stream I did with Nick from the Dragon Crypto Gaming team last week. We can leave that linked in the description below as well, where we talked about Dragon Crypto Gaming, everything that's coming up in the future, as well as just touched on the GameFi economy as a whole. So I hope this has been helpful. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.